Good afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Dan Brown. What a beautiful day today. Fantastic. Best day of the month so far. And we are closing in now. 1 week from today is Christmas. So, of course, those that are still have to do shopping and lots of running around. I'm sure there's lots of us as we head into the next several days and as we head into this weekend. And some of us want a white Christmas, right? But you know what? The snow that's out there now, which is melting today, most of it's going to be gone for those of us in the valley. So we're starting from scratch, but it is still possible here. We may have some light snow along about next Tuesday. So that would be our next and probably our only chance for a white Christmas in the valley anyway. We will still hang on to some snow across the hill towns in the Berkshires. And in fact, tomorrow's storm system may actually end as a little bit of wet snow with some coatings to maybe an inch for those of us in the hills. But melting away in the short term as temperatures are going to be spiking. But a beautiful day today. We're sitting at 48 degrees as of 3 o'clock. We have that wind, which is generally light today out of the south, and just tons of sunshine throughout the day today. So certainly the best day that we've seen so far this month. Of course, there's been so many cold, windy days. And now today, not much wind with the temperatures in the 40s all across southern New England. 48 in Springfield, Worcester's at 44, Boston at 47. And we can thank that southerly flow bringing temperatures up and, of course, the sunshine as well. Now, as we head into the evening, temps will dip down into the upper 30s. But as clouds begin to increase, a couple of things happen. One, temps start to rise a little bit. Then we'll start to get a little windy here later tonight as the winds pick up out of the south. And tomorrow is going to be windy as a storm system approaches, as temperatures spike and the rain moves in. So let's check out your 24, 4 o'clock. Next couple of hours, we're hanging out in the 40s. We go down into the 30s, 7, 8 o'clock. That'll probably be the coldest part of the night this evening because clouds will be increasing. And look what your temps do. They start to inch up so that we're in the lower 40s by midnight, and some showers start to move in at that point. By tomorrow morning, early 6 o'clock, right around 50 degrees with light showers. But then after that, the deeper we get into the morning commute, the better chance we have of picking up some moderate to heavy rainfall with some good downpours. Notice your temperatures spiking into the middle and upper 50s. Wouldn't be surprised, too, as a cold front approaches, if we wouldn't get a thunderstorm or two as the system pushes through, the front pushes through. Then temps begin to fall in the late afternoon. We're still in the 40s, though, for your evening commute. As we go across Berkshire County, this is where we could see perhaps a changeover to some snow as we head into tomorrow evening. We probably don't go below freezing in the valley until things dry out tomorrow evening. So the best chance of icy spots and some minor accumulations would be across the Berkshires, hill towns. As usual in this setup, right, the hill towns will be colder first. Now, by Saturday, we're drying things out, but it'll be blustery, chilly, more seasonable. Tomorrow is the first alert weather day with gusty winds, heavy rain, maybe even a thunderstorm, although we're not expecting severe thunderstorms, but a rumble of thunder not out of the question. Winds will gust between 35 and 45 in the valley and stronger across the hill towns. Our area of low pressure is right about in here, and it's taking a track like this to our north, so that opens the floodgates up for the warm temperatures to come streaming on in with that counterclockwise flow around low pressure. Some severe weather across the Ohio River Valley today with this system. Now, as it slides east for us, we're not expecting severe weather for us, but again, we can't rule out a rumble of thunder or two. So your satellite and radar composite showing that we have plenty of clear sky right now. The clouds, a few clouds across Franklin County, but we'll hang on to clear sky for a few hours. That will allow us to cool off down into the 30s again over the next few hours. But as the flow kicks in out of the south and the clouds move in, temps are going to be going up overnight. This is tomorrow morning. Here's your front, right? And actually a nasty line here. We could have some good downpours around noontime, maybe a rumble of thunder. Then the front sweeps on through. We'll keep an eye on some snow showers trying to back in behind this system. The best chance of any accumulation with snow showers, elevated areas in the hill towns. And then we get that westerly flow which will stay blustery tomorrow night into the start of your Saturday, and then the wind will ease as we go into the afternoon. We have a wind advisory for Hamden, Hampshire, and Franklin counties. We have a high wind warning for Berkshire County and also along the shoreline from Gloucester to Boston, Cape Cod, and the islands, coastal parts of Rhode Island as well. So higher up you are, the better chance you have of catching one of these strong gusts, hence Berkshire County. The hill towns as well have a good chance of that. In the valley, the odds are lower, but it's still there. That's why the wind advisory is in effect, and this is just an example of some winds tomorrow morning where they pick up out of the south and southeast, where notice North Adams, a wind gust of 53, while we have wind gusts in the valley right around 40. As we head into the afternoon, the wind will lighten up and then it will swing around into the west and northwest tomorrow night into Saturday morning. It's still blustery, but maybe not quite as windy. Trash can wind meter tomorrow, we will put it at a 3. If Friday is your trash day, you may find it rolling around the street with those strong gusty winds. Again, in the valley, it's 35 to 45 miles per hour. The record high for tomorrow is 54. We're going for high of 58, way back in 1949. That's where the record stands at 54 for December 19th. It's a daily record, and keep in mind, records only go back to 1940, but I think we're going to get there tomorrow. We may break it by a couple of degrees. Rain totals, not crazy amounts of rain. We'll probably pick up a solid inch, and then those of us that do encounter some of those heavy downpours within that, there might be a little bit more at that time. So, you know, big puddles for your morning commute. But in terms of like rivers, streams, things of that nature, it doesn't look to be too much of an issue here. An inch, maybe an inch and a half. And we're in the light green. Light green means a general thunderstorm threat from the Storms Prediction Center as that front goes on through. I mean, if we're going to get a thunderstorm in December, this is the type of setup that we would anticipate that. Hill towns, a coating to an inch or two. In the valley, I think it's more flakes in the air, if that, and maybe some coatings on grassy surfaces. But for the most part, I think we're above freezing as this is happening, as the cold air comes in. It always comes in aloft first, and sometimes it's a little more difficult to work that down to the surface. So we may not go below freezing until late Friday night as we go into Saturday morning. So just watch out for some icy spots perhaps Saturday morning. Temperatures in the mid-30s Saturday. Windiest part of the day is the morning. Then it'll lighten up as we go into the afternoon. For your Sunday, we got a weak system moving through. Out ahead of it, low to mid-40s as it becomes blustery again, with a blend of sunshine and clouds, maybe a late day flurry or perhaps a spot shower. Now, your next weather maker is Tuesday. It doesn't look like a big thing, but it might bring us a touch of light snow. For those of us looking for that white Christmas, it would be maybe Tuesday night or Tuesday late in the day. It doesn't look even quite as prolific as it did yesterday, but that's kind of what we hang our hat on with temperatures in the mid-30s. And right now, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day look like decent days, fairly seasonable and dry conditions at that. So there you have it. First alert weather day tomorrow, but this time around it's because of rain and wind, not snow and ice. All right, everybody, that's your forecast. Have a great afternoon. At 4 o'clock, of course, on CBS 3 and ABC 40, we have all of today's news with Amanda and Chris, and we'll have, of course, weather scattered throughout as well with an update. All right, everybody, have a great afternoon.